Hey, hey. So you're watching Dead TV, and but also a while back I was chatting with David Graeber. I can't pronounce his Graeber, and he said, "Listen, I knew this guy, and he passed away, but he owned the oldest sort of counterculture, radical, free media." Magazine from the 60s that went through the 70s, and it's called International Times in London, and this guy named Heathcliff, he gave it to this kid, and we think it would be really cool if you would write with him, and we're doing all this stuff. Why don't you look at the archive? They were responsible for free schools in London, and the UFO club, and all these happenings, and all this stuff, and they had Ginsburg, they had everybody writing for them and taking the piss out of everything, and starting dialogues. And they said, we would really love you to be part of this. And I said, yeah, I would like that. You know, I would like to get into some conversations with people rather than tell everybody how it is or my perception of things, because that would all just come out in a conversation. And I said, well, so he's like, well, what do you have in mind? I said, well, I want to hit Abby Clancy, formerly of RT News America, up, and I want to ask her, I know she quit because she said that they tried to change her editorial freedom.
In what way?
Well, she was always like taking the piss out of America or whatever, saying, do you know, blah, 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 this, that, the military-industrial complex, well, it could be anything, right? But they tried to tell her, no, say this, or whatever. Like, they tried to, pressure her to, all of a sudden influence her in a way that would be like this, oh, we're pressing this button, sort of. Our media's in Washington, oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? She had her show under the context she could do whatever she wanted. She was very good at doing that, and then all of a sudden they pressured her, they gave her some pressure to present something in a certain way that wasn't what she believed in. So she dumped it she dropped it like a hammer. But I was curious about, and we don't need to talk about her.
No, it's great because this is.
So she's bright, and I was curious if she had ever felt heat from the man, like in the West, or even if she perceived to be the man for just being her, because the way the NGOs and their little mouthpieces online, they characterize all information coming from those sources as this propaganda wing of Putin's slick video guy who's, does all this shit, which isn't necessarily all true, even if they do have slick production, because they're never going to tell you that that Pussy Riot was fake and there was no song, and that church that they went into wasn't an ordinary church. It was a memorial for, I don't know if it was 50 or 500 Russian Orthodox priests that made a stand against the Kremlin, and they surrounded it in dynamite in the center of the Kremlin and blew it up to smithereens. And they went in there and basically desecrated it. You're not supposed to do anything in there except go, well, here we're still standing doing our thing, And my belief personally is that you kind of gotta respect when people have that kind of stuff. I really hate fucking Charlie Gilmore swinging from the fucking cenotaph, because World War I is a hideous crime that was started because Germany captured all the oil resources. They discovered it, and they already invented diesel engines, and Britain just pulled a fast one and started a war. And Britain had a guy hop on the train and drove the train into Belgium that started the war. It wasn't even a German guy, the commander. So whatever. Anyways, the forgotten history thing. So, regardless of war and how I'm against all this bullshit, I don't believe in fucking spray painting cenotaphs, because what they represent to other people is having to fuck with things that is to upset the apple cart,
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I
Because
totally
even as
get
a
that.
symbol of anti-war, a cenotaph should be a symbol of no war. It shouldn't be a symbol of fucking let's have more kids to go off and fight more wars, because they'll fucking make an Egyptian boner obelisk, in the center of town that you can honk at as you drive by or whatever. Okay, so anyways, that didn't work out. So the next one I hit up was Penny Rimbaugh, and he didn't give me an answer. And he didn't, do you know who he is? He was a commune, lifelong activist, counterculture guy. They started Crass, the anarchist collective in the UK, the band, they had a record company, literature, book presses, do-it-yourself, a whole movement, and he was public enemy. And during Thatcher, him and his mates were literally the most dangerous people on the planet. Would immediately get you on the FBI list if they knew you were applying for a job and they knew that you were listening to those records. It's basically do-it-yourself anarchy, like the real thing. And now he's really into Zen on Twitter. And on
Twitter.
No, but what I wanted to bring up was with him was I wasn't going to talk about all of his history because you can just Google it. I was going to ask him more or less, is it a real natural thing to because I want to say this to you, you can't want for other people what they don't want for other people. It's a hard lesson to learn. And that's what the socialists selling newspapers don't understand. If they sold cookies, they would make more money to make more papers. But so there's this weird way you got to get around it. So that realization of acceptance, because it's actually killing us, the awareness of like how fucked things are, and they're destroying everything. Like unchecked capitalism is fucking killing everybody, and the neglect and the mismanagement and the fucking priority list and all this other shit, it just goes right down the list, is actually killing us. So there's a natural conclusion where, in my mind, that kind of stuff leads you to a certain form of Zen thought, like real Zen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The acceptance. And then
there's nothing you can do.
Well, you do what you can, you see, because you have to create your own ecosystem.
Right. And
so you have to live your own way. You have to provide for yourself the requirements that you need for your personal sanity, however it is you need, the space, the giving or the not giving, the fucking in your face, whatever it is, and they have this saying, you breathe in and you let it all out, and which it is, you take in all this shit and then it comes right back out because it will burn you up.
Yep.
So I was going to talk to him about that, but now, as fate would have it, somehow I stumbled on you, and so I asked you earlier when I put you on the guest list if your name was really Hollywood, and you said yes. Is it?
Yes, it's really Hollywood.
That's amazing.
It really is.
So anyways, somehow I stumbled on your Twitter, and it wasn't because I worked for the NSA. It was, I think it's because I have those antennae,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm paying attention to what's going on. And let me tell you, children, Kim Kardashian's fucking ass is not going on. Like, what's really going on is there's no limit to what's going on. You should check it out sometime. All of the time. Everything is going on all the time, So the weird thing about that was immediately I recognized how people were trying to nail you by these arguments. And one thing that I didn't even chime in because I can waste people. You do it with bigger words quicker.
I do it with bigger words and quicker.
But I get right down to brass tacks.
I know you're just like, he's on stage, just like, fuck you, shut up!
No, but more than that. The one thing that's sick in this society is they're going to go this lesser of two bullshit instead of actually fucking creating change. Which is like, I don't want to hear about like how you did. I'm not even keen necessarily on Bernie, although I can't find anything wrong with what he's talking about specifically that I've heard. It's incontrovertible what the bullet points that he's spitting out. So I don't understand, like I tried to say to you, I don't understand why anybody listening is supposed liberal or Democrat, why they wouldn't just go, well, I just prefer Hillary. Because that's the only argument you could make until you get back down to like, well, he's a socialist, and it's like, well, you think that they're really going to let him to fucking implement radical socialism in America? I don't.
Right. No, I love when people try to, like, they usually don't pin Bernie as the socialist. They're just like, oh, it's impractical. Hillary Clinton has experience, and I says, oh yeah, because everything's working so well.
But you nail her on the truth. She has experience being like fucking voting to go to Iraq. We've seen it. We've seen that they killed 3.5 million people.
Dude, like she
and
has
everything you want to talk about, any fucking bad guy they're chasing after, it's all right there supposedly, and it's all under the guise of wasting the Shia anyways, and making a Kurdish superstate so they can fucking put their straw in the Caspian Sea because it's the honeypot of the earth. There's more oil there, and they want dibs with Russia on the fucking shit because that oil alone can power the next 2 centuries. Just that one dip, and the indigenous people from the shore of the Caspian Sea don't happen to be Persians. They happen to be a mix of wandering.
Well, it's
wandering
like fighting
people.
Vietnam. I was not there for Vietnam. I have no idea how people were resisting the Vietnam War, but the Middle East is our Vietnam.
No, actually, we have 500 Vietnams in
Oh, that's
Africa.
true. Okay.
Every place China is,
Everywhere.
AFRICOM is too. But conveniently, they also have an excuse. They're like, Mali, let's go get some jeeps. They're like, oh my, that's why I brought up Coney. They're like, oh my God, they're using child soldiers. Well, open a book on African kinship. Guess how you become a man in a tribe in Africa? There's a fucking lion. You want to become a man? Grab a spear. We're going out to kill the lion. That's what they do. But the thing that's heinous about these people in their wars, whoever's financing them, is they just kidnap other children and they make them fight too. But that's not what we're fighting, because every army has child soldiers, because that's the rite of passage. That's how you become a man in those tribal societies, and as old as the hills. You say, I want to be a man. Let me go too.
But
When you're Cambodian or who else,
But-
Filipino.
when we're fighting wars, it's not our wars. Like we're fighting resource wars.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just egg them all on. Do
And you know what
want.
that is, though? No, we're fighting racist wars, because the racism is propelled by a fear that if the other guy gets a chance, he's going to fuck you harder than you fucked him.
Mhm.
So they're terrified that China on top,
Oh yeah.
or Russia with a payback, is worse than we have dealt. So they're not resource wars, they're racist wars.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to correct you, because you're
You're
very articulate,
absolutely
very
right.
intelligent.
I think you're
But
absolutely
it is
right.
the
It's
yellow
all of it.
fear. And they pushed Russia into ganging it up with China. And all Russia doesn't want to be is the slave. It's so interesting. All they really don't want to be is a slave. They dropped the communist angle.
Oh
They
yeah.
just don't want to be the slave.
Well,
See,
don't
they
want-
were fine, but the old white man, the old white father, made up this plan anyways. They said, let's just get the jump on him. And so now it's going through. To me, it looks like it's autopilot, like in Doctor Strangelove, where he goes, you're not going to really do something that's going to destroy the world. Well, we didn't think you were going to be stupid enough to do it, so yes, we did it. And they're knocked down every country in the Middle East. I remember that. I'm talking too much, right?
No, but you know what? I want to know where you're going with, because I feel like people have no idea how we got into this conversation.
I just needed something. I needed a 1 second acknowledgement that I wasn't an alien that was born into a fucking.
But
zombie
you know
movie.
what? We were actually, one of the things you said on stage tonight about depression, and about how you feel like it's you for the longest time until you realize it's not you.
Mhm.
That you actually care too much,
Yeah.
and the world will do everything to make you feel like it's you and you're wrong.
Because they got a pill.
Yes, because I get so much shit about this. When I was in graduate school, I mean, I'm still.
Tell people what you do
I'm still
right
in
now.
graduate school.
Okay, cool.
I'm an ABD, which means all but dissertation, and PhD program at Harvard, and I just don't fucking care anymore. Like I can't make myself care. I hate every aspect of it. I think most of my peers are sellouts.
Yeah.
Like people with tenure.
Yeah.
People who have tenure. It's supposed to be like this magic bullet, right?
Yeah.
You get tenure, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I know dozens and dozens of people who have tenure who say fuck nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have job security for the rest
Yeah.
of your life. You could be out there saying the things that I'm going to get killed for saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my ass nailed to a cross because of the shit I say. But you have tenure and you're not saying anything. And you fucking know more than I do, and you've been around for 20 more years. And I'm like, sitting here, I have to deal with this, and I'm dealing with it on my own. And I'm like, when did that happen? When I got...
Well, you know why you're sitting here with me, though, specifically? Is, to me, to a certain extent, you're like a canary in the coal mine, because as long as we're having this conversation, it's an indicator of, because we're going to find out. Because I don't even have to share all of your beliefs, but I'm certainly going to say what I think.
Right, but like...
I really do not fucking care what happens.
Because you're in Germany.
No, I'm right here. I don't care what happens.
Really? You're that zen?
Why would I fucking care?
Because you have a kid.
The day they put me in prison is the day I build an army in 1 second. So
but you have a kid.
They need to ponder that because they'll have to kill me. Because I will. Because I can talk sense into everybody. It doesn't matter who they are, and I won't shut up.
Do you really? But do you feel that way? Like genuinely feel that way? Because like I, as someone who's on the cusp of building that, you know, this fellowship of people who want to hear what I have to say.
Well, obviously, it's a threat. So.
It's a threat. Oh yeah, but like, do you believe that they're really going to act?
My experience is the tall blade of grass gets the chop.
Right. I know.
And you're getting results. I mean, you wouldn't have so many followers.
I get it. No.
On social media.
But it's more about, you know, seeing.
Unless you're buying them.
No, I couldn't afford them if I wanted to. But it's
they're
more,
like $5 for 1,000.
It's true. But I promise you, my followers are really following me. And there's this pressure
Me too.
because the more you lean into it, and the more you're like, okay, I get it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I've described it to people before. It's a calling to want to talk to people out and explain yourself and express yourself. And you read these books and you can't put them down. You read the news and you're like, I can't believe you people are buying this.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got to tell you that there's more news out in the world than you get here, and I'll just put that out there for us.
I mean, you're right. Like, you're getting it during.
But I'll tell you that we got into actually 2 hot wars. One I wouldn't characterize as a war. 2010 sort of was a war, and its implication was nuts. It looked to me like there was some sort of mini revolution in America coming from the techies and a brainwash thing through Zeitgeist and affiliated shit. It was like the Steve Jobs camp, and at the same time against the conservative Republicans and some faction of the East Coast and Obama all simultaneously against those guys, you know? So it was like fill a vacuum. So it was the techies versus the conservative Republicans, or basically.
Yep.
And there was some crazy hacking going on, and at that same time the military had fired 2 missiles or something with Israel at the Iranian plant, and they both missed. So Clinton went over to, called, blew the whistle and said, okay, we're having a meeting in Switzerland. Next time it hacks us to that level, we're going to drop bombs on them, big ones that will kill you. And so they had this G20 meeting. And that pushed me sort of over the edge, because when I was looking at Yahoo there, they said, oh yeah, we fired missiles and cruise missiles, and they all missed. Somehow they were corrupted. And it ended up being Russia and Germany did it, because they're like, no, you're not kicking off World War III over this. So we thought this was the best way. At the same time, MasterCard and everything went down every place else in the United States. And WikiLeaks Cypher got released. And at the same time, Google and everything overseas had a slot on it that said, when the key came open, that you can, as an American, can just deposit this file, right? You don't have to read this. You can just deposit it. This will be your trash can right here on the desktop. The key, the big 3.5 million documents, all that. And that was gone immediately. Your chance was gone after that. And then they said, everybody who doesn't have a new passport, who's looked at it, an American passport, are the only people that can see it if you've already looked. And then I read that they gave 8.5 million people entry-level security clearance at once. Like they changed their listing. So that happened. Okay, then fast forward to 20. Also around that time, before that, the first thing that happened that was very strange that you didn't get reported over here is that Lil Kim, Kim Jong-un.
Oh, I was like, Lil Kim, like
he took a train into China. He likes to take an armored train when he travels there, and he got some goodies. And on the way back, they unhooked his car, and the goodies went to the next stop. And what happened is it was like a meteor struck and just blew up this whole fucking. If you can imagine where, I guess, what do you want to call it? Like this whole center of a town where a train parked. It was only there for a little bit. So then that was like 2007-ish or whatever, and then we started getting into China, and they were doing dogfights in Taiwan. Supposedly they fired some missiles at the Chinese jet, and they all missed. And then China supposedly shot down a U.S. jet, and then they showed it on the Chinese news, and America was like, ha ha ha, they're showing reruns of clips of Top Gun on the news. The Chinese are so wacky. That was on the news in America, and it was like, what are they even talking about? And then it was like, another thing that I heard and read about was China ended up amassing all these, okay, later on, 2012 we get into it again, and they're like ramming ships in the sea off Japan, and they're fighting with China, and they're actually shooting sort of at each other and all this shit. And then Russia all of a sudden just flies like super bombers right over our, like, we're here too, you know, and it became this really weird thing. And then China had all of these soldiers sort of amassed on the border of North Korea, and supposedly, oh yeah, China hacked America or something, and their PLA communications center right on the edge of Beijing, one of those craters just fucking zapped it. It's like, I heard it's called a meteor gun. Like they just have like a solid block of something in space that they can propel.
Like a mass driver?
No, it's called the meteor gun, the nickname. It's like basically like if you can imagine like like a fucking block of rock, right?
And they just use the gravity well to accelerate it.
You could have a fire extinguisher on the back with a microchip going, okay, shoot that, and it just steers it to where you want, and it would be the size of a bus, like the payload. But supposedly they've used a couple of those where it all just leaves us like a bunch of dust and a giant crater of vaporized rock on the ground, but no explosive whatsoever. But anyway, so this might be just a crazy man talking. So anyways, my point being that all this shit goes on and you don't ever read about it. So, yeah.
No, I mean, it goes back to what you're saying, and I think it goes...
So how can we even be informed if they can keep a lid on these things?
Yeah. I think it goes back to what you were saying. Like, honestly, the war that we're fighting, all these other wars going on right now in America, the war we're fighting is for attention.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because see, China can go to Africa and go, look, we're going to give you doctors, we're going to build this bridge and this hydroelectric dam, we're going to build the roads and the hospitals and train your doctors. All we want is this tungsten and this like rare earth from you and this oil, and we're going to pay you in money that you can in turn, we make everything so you can buy flip-flops and SpongeBob toys and whatever you want. You know, and what we do is basically go, who wants to be cheap, who wants to sell your country, raise your hand, from you guys are the junta, and then we're like, fuck it, just give it to us. And when we print fake money for overseas.
Yeah.
Like when they go to these Taliban guys and it was $3 million to fucking go whack that Sufi guy or whatever it is in Pakistan, you know. They just hand them a bunch of fake $100 bills, and those guys are like, "Fuck yeah!" And then they're buying AK-47s, but they can't spend it anywhere.
No, they give them they'll just give them the weapons.
No, but they actually give them fake money.
Oh yeah,
it's
no,
the
I know.
oldest trick in the world. They just give them counterfeit bills.
But back what you're saying. Like I want to keep going back to America because, and I know that sounds really.
Do you hate America?
I really hate the current. I mean, I have so much faith in who we could be.
Yeah. Potentiality.
The potentiality of
complete
us.
underwhelming. I'm so underwhelmed with people that it pisses me off.
Right. So when you're saying all these things about like the rest of the world, and I totally get it. Like this is all going on, and none of us know.
Yeah.
We're in this information bubble,
Yeah.
But most of us wouldn't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
Right? Because you're right. Go back to Kim Kardashian's asshole. Like,
Well, you know what these guys tell me, because some of these like guys in the actual intel and stuff I bumped into when I used to drink in bars and shit. They're like, Anton, I really love your music and shit, but you probably hate me, you know, because I work in the military in the Hocus Pocus department. And I'm like, I don't hate you. I just think you guys are fucking awkward, and it's painful to watch, you know? The way you do what you do is fucking painful for me to watch because you're fucking awkward liars, you know? And to me, it's not that badass. You're not as badass as Bruce Lee, you know? This is fucking a joke. And so and then the argument always settles down on one point of the discussion, and they're like, well, who do you want to win? See, it's a zero-sum game, and they've intended to win. and they play both sides of the game. That's why they send arms to Al Qaeda, tell you that we're fighting Al Qaeda.
We send arms to every side of that war.
Well, of course we do.
Every
The Wahhabism is fucking some evil shit. It's really evil shit. And all the religions where they tell you that they're the only thing, that they took a slice out of the one God that should be the everything and said, no, this is the only thing of that everything. It's so limited right there. It's like saying, no, fuck those guys on some Pacific island that I don't know even exists. You know, those guys are devils. It's like, oh yeah, God created those guys to be devils. Those devils that can fucking paddle for 2,000 miles across the ocean 2,000 years ago, you know?
No, you know, it always comes back to that. I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about with Hillary. We were talking about, it's like, well, what side do you want to win? Like, do you want Trump to win? And I'm like, this is such a reductionary, but like that's the argument. They can always put you in a position where everything you think is completely retarded because you're not voting for Trump.
You know, when people take philosophy about Western Civ and they get into Greek and Roman shit, and Plato and Socrates, you know, those whole philosophical arguments are all meant because the Ionians, they were all created because the Ionians lived on the coast and traded with the Phoenicians and everybody, right? So they're like, strangers aren't my enemy. I make my living off of strangers, right? And the other dudes, the Athenians and everybody were like, fuck you. Those guys are niggers or some shit, you know what I mean? Those guys are devils, those guys are whatever, right? So Plato's like, don't worry about that, this is what you need to do, you know? And all of our arguments are based on ignoring reality.
Yes.
You know, it's like, and they always suck you into these fucking arguments settled 2,000 years ago, and like you're saying, you know, like we're just saying, you need to, and don't worry about, when I use a word like that, it's because we are the niggers of the world. See what I'm saying? It's the only word that describes how serious this shit is. It's like a word that is fucked up, right? Because of the intent that people used against it. That it's the only one that can fucking kick you in your face and go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. We are actually the fucking human chattel, the subhuman, the God created us broken because they're elites, and whatever the fuck it is. Every single derogatory notion that was used as justification, we're actually the modern embodiment of that, except we're also good consumers.
Oh yeah, we're being farmed.
You know?
We're all being farmed.
But also, genocidally, with pre-programmed fucking obsolescence, just like the products we use.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, if you don't major in computer science now, you're just completely fucked.
I'm talking about the crap that you eat, and even the way they trick you into saying like, oh, you need this product. Don't. It's like, I noticed a long time ago that, because I know what the ingredients of what lithium is. You know, it's you know.
Hey Anton, feed him on, buddy.
I'm right in the middle of something. Thanks. Bye. Anyways, when you look at the ingredients of Prozac, it is actually mineral supplements that are in a combination. Lithium was discovered because it came out of a spring naturally. Was not pharmaceuticals marketed. You know, it's a element.
Yeah, you could just take
that has your body has
buy
a reaction in a continent in a concentration level that, as it calcifies inside you like a gallstone or anything else, that it would keep you flowing. They freaked everybody out on the water, and then they drove everybody to the bottled water, and in the bottled water are mineral solids that are exactly the same combinations as Prozac. So as you chug that shit for years, it completely is just chilling your ass out.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
I believe you, though.
I'm not even talking conspiracies.
No, you're not.
It's very interesting.
Because lithium, you can buy lithium.
And Nestle will sell all that shit to you right across the Evian, Naive. Right across from Nestle,
Yeah.
Vevey in Switzerland. See, and where do they make all the pharmaceuticals? Where are those guys all from? Switzerland. But anyways, let's get down to brass tacks. So you get this reaction out of people by just speaking your mind or sort of venting and talking about whatever you feel like talking about.
Yeah.
And then people try and gang up on you, and then you sort of play with them like a cat who brings a bird into the house to go, look, I just caught another one.
It's like setting traps. So I am a radical feminist, and
Isn't everybody?
I wish. And it's just I'm okay. So like full disclosure, I'm radical feminist, anarcho-communist, right?
Yeah.
So like I already have certain tendencies, like there's ideological arguments that I study, right? And
What led you first to like? So you've got this charm bracelet of terminologies,
right? Yeah.
Of these tags.
There are tags, and I believe, and I know there's people.
What led
who
you to the
resist
first one? What was the first one?
Radical.
Radical, obviously. You were radical first.
No, actually, no.
Okay, so what was your first one? Like, it could have been feminism.
What was the first one? No, actually, okay. So why do I understand this so well? I understand this because
What triggered the first thing?
getting out of an abusive relationship.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, my personal thing, when I was 6, and we'll get right back to you. When I was 6,
You were woke at 6.
yeah, I realized that everybody was fucking unhappy.
At 6.
And then I wanted to know why they were unhappy, and then I realized that they weren't doing what they wanted to do, so I had a realization to only do what I wanted to do, even if I had to fight to the death. Whether it was homework or anything else. I told the teachers, my life is very stressful, my mom will hit me. When I come home, it's defense or my time. I'll do the homework for a fucking year, sit here and teach everybody else how to do whatever you're saying. I'll answer first, but I'm not doing homework. Period. Ever. In discussion. So there was that. And then I also knew immediately, I was like, I don't want to grow up. I couldn't visualize myself growing up. I said, I would never want to become any of these people. Nobody I know. I don't want to be like anybody I know. Not my mom, not my dad, nobody. Back to you.
No,
So-
that's exactly how I felt growing up, because I grew up working class.
Right.
And I was like, I love these people, but I don't want to have a menial job.
Yeah.
And I looked down on those people back then, because I was like, all right, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to do everything right, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get a scholarship, I'm going to be the smartest,
Yeah.
and I bought into what we would now recognize as like the neoliberal mythology, right?
Yeah.
Like you get the degree, you get
Yeah.
a good job, you become, that I bought into all of that, the upper class mobility track, right? And when that all fell apart for me, was like, and that's when I realized the cards are stacked against me anyway. Like I'm watching like very mediocre people I went to college with
Yeah.
pull off
Yeah.
ahead and get everything they ever wanted,
Yeah.
and I realized it was their parents pulling strings behind them.
Yeah.
And that's always how it works out. And I just watched it over and over again. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, now I get it. Okay, now I get it. Now I get why there aren't working class people in these positions.
Secret Boys Club.
Yes!
Handshake.
Well, actually, my first job was at the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee. And I was watching frat brothers get all these really cushy positions.
Yeah.
People were like giving them tickets to baseball games. And like, can you work in the basement and not talk to anybody? Because you have no connections. And I was like, wow, fuck this. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized I'm not a Democrat. I was like, oh, I'm gonna rise up the party, and I'm gonna keep my head down and really work hard for the party and rise up the. No, don't do that. Fuck the Democrats. But it wasn't until I was 26 years old and came out of a really bad relationship that I even became a feminist. And that's hard to explain to people too, because they think I've always been this way.
Yeah.
And like, no, I was just a liberal. And what's a liberal? Liberal's like someone who's like slightly left.
Well, I tried to point out that liberal only means equilibrium. It's from the Latin, and it actually only means balance. That's what liberal means, is balance. Whatever you have, it just means that you consider all perspectives. Just with that awareness that you're like, I'm just taking it in, therefore I can reason through it, I can just tell shit from Shinola. You know what Shinola is?
No.
It was a shoe shine. Like I've got something on my shoe. Is that shit or is that shoe shine? So that's an old Americanism. Shit from Shinola. It's like I can tell the difference between shit and shoe shine. But basically, yeah, that you consider all sides, and then it leads you way beyond. See, politics imply policies, right? So my policy is to going back to helping to create the kind of life that I need, and everything's an ecosystem.
Yes.
So it just helps you to help people,
Yes.
even blindly.
That's so to answer your question, to go back to where I figured this all out. The first thing that I figured out was Buddhism.
Yeah.
Like that was the first thing that clicked into place because I was coming out of this abusive relationship.
Yeah.
I was learning cognitive behavior therapy, right, which is a pretty standard practice for people coming out of abusive relationships. But I sort of asked my question, like, all right, so
It's not standard to understand it on that level to where you can categorize it.
well, I was like, all right, so
Smart people are curious. And
yes,
my mom's a
okay.
psychologist. Why? Because she's nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why she got a degree. Because she's like, I want to know why I'm nuts, and then I want to make money from it.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably true for everybody who studies psychology. But no, so I was like, all right, this cognitive behavioral therapy is a really good idea. Where does it come from? And then I realized it's just a way to monetize Buddhism.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a way for psychologists to monetize Buddhism.
Yeah.
It really is.
Wellness.
Mindfulness, which is another way for Westerners to monetize Buddhism.
Yeah, but it's also brainwashed. It's like, here, we're going to have our fucking deals be mindfulness. You know? It's like, oh yeah, it's really helping them right now.
But it's the credential of the person who's teaching them mindfulness. That's what I hate. Because it's not like a Buddhist monk who's coming in to teach them.
See, I'm way past that.
I know, but it bothers me.
I'm way past that shit. See, for all I know, I'm some fucking old dude in a cave just imagining all this shit. Because that's how heavy I am.
You're going way back. You're going right back to Plato, right? Like,
No, not that cave.
no, it's a different cave. It's not Plato's cave.
Another cave I'm just willing to deal with all that bullshit. Like that consciousness. I'm willing to deal with everybody else's bullshit. I don't even have to be here at this time. I said put me into the fucking toughest time where everybody's asleep. See, it's easy to live in some agrarian society where people are fucking farming potatoes or something. You don't have a complex problem like all the kids born now are going to be fucking sucked into a zombie chair where if they're not playing fucking off, jacking off to Minecraft, they're going to be fucking sitting on playing with drones, attacking somebody across the world, or the other people are going to be watching the show, or then the rest of the people are going to be fucking around in Bermuda or wherever the fuck that's off limits to everybody else, just like China, where you can't go to Beijing unless you have an internal passport that says you can. That's what we're headed to right now. That's what's in Agenda 21, and you have to be Alex Jones to know that. The UN already said we got to move everybody into these mega cities and make the mega cities work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's bullshit, you know.
It is, and that's
New York is bullshit, and the crazy thing about it is they're not building a New York City. There are no plans to turn Lagos into this wonderful fucking utopia with domes and monorails and shit. It's never gonna happen.
No.
That's not their plan. They're gonna make that fucking prime farmlands or whatever the fuck they want to do. And so these people are quite crazy. I got into it today with somebody, and I said, I called. Oh yeah, it was with the Tory. You know the Tories.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Conservatives in England.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well. There we go. She said genocide. Some guy chimed in genocidal. I said, can anybody characterize anything the British Empire has ever done as genocide? Tell me if I'm fucking wrong here.
Link me! Send me a link! I want proof!
Yeah, I was just like, no, the first thing I said to him was, I was like, shit, I didn't know lemmings could read, let alone do research. You know? Like, I was just like, fuck back off to wherever you came from. You know, and then I was like, yeah, can anybody point to anything that the British Empire has ever fucking done that could be categorized as genocidal? Jesus Christ.
There really is this mass denialism.
Right.
Across almost every camp. And so when you're talking about, like, why I bait these people, why do I bring them into a net and say I'm literally
I think it's healthy.
Oh, I think it's really healthy because I'm like, I'm using you to make a bigger point.
Yeah, I don't even have to agree with anything or everything that you said. It's just so healthy, and fuck anybody who disagrees with you, because I really think it's so healthy, whether I agree with you or not.
Well,
So,
it's just...
I'm going to let you keep you guessing.
It's fine. I don't need you to agree with me, but it's
I actually agree
like...
with you in a lot of things, but the true anarchist is just his own self and is really good at subterfuge.
Yes.
You just got to look like nobody'd ever notice you.
And a lot of times people don't. People, part of this.
But protests are stupid because nobody leads a protest, so they can all be co-opted and infiltrated. So that's a dumb way to go about doing it.
I agree.
So the
really
best
agree
way
with
is
that.
information, and that scares the
yeah.
shit out of people.
It does.
Because when you empower people, man, you start empowering black chicks, and you're gonna scare the shit out of the planet.
I keep telling people I
don't think that Beyonce's really doing it, to tell you the truth.
No, but she's gonna inspire the woman who does.
I don't think so.
I think she will.
No way. Fucking bling, man. She's lightening her skin. That's a big fucking mistake.
Yeah, but you know what? I think a little girl growing up knowing that you can just say what you want is going to be really important.
No, it's what you're doing. See, because the real poverty is of ambition, and you should never be flash ever. See,
What do you mean by that, though?
even the fucking Rockefellers and Carnegies didn't go around in golden carriages. They
Okay,
did have
that's-
parties in fucking Rhode Island where they did show up in golden carriages dressed like pharaohs. But they didn't dare fucking go to work in a golden carriage. They had the best carriage, they were wearing a nice tailored suit, and they had an obviously great cane with a gold top, but they didn't put it in anybody's fucking face. Because they would be beaten to fucking death outside by their own workers. Even those guys knew the truth about that shit. Today, people have lost their fucking mind. I tell my friends in New York, I'm like, you walk around talking on your fucking iPhone, man, you are going to get jacked for sure, because somebody sometime is going to go give me that and just pound you in the head. You're a petite woman, it's going to fucking happen. You're going to be paying attention to Facebook, and presto, because there's way too many have-nots, and it's expensive to be there. There's way too many kids. That it's too fucking easy, man. You just gotta. It's like just being in New York is like, or any of these places now. It's like you just want to get to where you're going. Just focus and enjoy that. You know, like enjoy that part of driving. Just like, hey, man, I'm going over there. I enjoy driving, and just pay attention. You can't be in fucking La La Land.
So let me ask you that, because I think that's an important question. So, with someone who's gaining celebrity, and you have celebrity, and people listen to you, it's important not to be a flash in the pan. I mean, flash.
Flashy.
That's the word you used, flash.
Right, because the real poverty is not starving black children. It really is the fact that these motherfuckers. Hi, I'm Marky Fuckface. I just gave $50 billion to my 1-year-old daughter of imaginary CIA money, right? You could do anything you want, and you could argue, okay, so this X... It's a rocket? X? Rocket.
SpaceX?
Oh,
You could argue, oh, look at this, what this guy's doing humanity. He's talking about Mars, but what they're really doing is building a fucking lifeboat so they can take those rockets straight up, move them out of the fucking hemisphere and go to their party pads. So that everybody can take their private helicopters and fucking go to the desert when it looks like there's going to be a shooting war. And they're on fast forward so they can just go straight up when the shooting starts and move it and land straight back down. They can put everybody in fucking a capsule that floats for fucking 4 hours, and they go straight back down to anywhere they want, whether it's the center of Australia where there's not going to be an atomic war, and even if Sydney gets blasted by a fucking 500 megaton bomb, the way the weather pattern goes, it's not going to do jack diddly squat to the country, because the fucking rain, it does not rain in Australia. You can just fucking go right straight back. Just fucking, okay, well, we can't go to Antarctica, because if it melts, then fuck it, it's all going to be pristine too, so we don't have to worry about that shit either. It's like, so what? We don't eat tuna fish anymore, we just grow food. So their plan is fucking full on.
escape.
Absolutely. That's, they're not even fucking quiet about that shit. Hawking's just like, we need to get off the planet because it's fucking an asteroid hit us. That's the friendliest way that we're all going to die immediately, So, but what I want to tell you, and I want you to really understand, is there are not 500 million seats in the lifeboat.
No.
Maybe. I mean, they bounce around that idea of bringing the Earth population down to that immediately, but there isn't 500 million seats in the lifeboat.
No.
And if you think that I'm joking, do you think, why would Norway collect all these fucking seeds?
Mm-hmm.
And the U.S. just moved so many weapons into caves all along the coast of Norway. You can read about it, man. They're getting ready for a fucking ice war, not global warming. They're getting ready for a full-on ice war. But let's go back to this other shit about what we can do while we're here. So when you have all these realizations,
You become an epiphany engine.
Well,
Like, once you have one, you just...
so let's turn it on to giving. You know, you walk down the street and you see a homeless person, and like, and sometimes the drunk guy, you're like, fuck it, I'll just give you money anyways, I don't care what if you buy booze with it. And then you go to the supermarket or whatever, the health food store, doesn't matter, and there's another person, and you're like, And then you turn on the TV and they're like, fucking Canada's on fire. And you're like, And it just goes on and on and on. So everybody has this fucking generosity overload, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like, fuck this, I'm turning it all off, right? But the way you deal with it really is you just go, whenever it occurs to you, I'll just do something for other people. And that's enough to keep you a great person. Just whenever it crosses your mind, that bell rings in your head, you don't have to fucking empty your pockets to every single person on the street. That's not what makes you a great person. What makes you a great person is you're in tune with your own feelings of what you can do. And it occurs to you on a daily basis that, oh, I have this much extra energy, I can apply it to helping people because I enjoy it, not for me, just to fucking stick it in everybody's face that they're not doing anything. So Beyonce's not that cool because she could fucking be raffling off tickets to fucking Oxfam or any charity on the goddamn planet and say, I have 2 tickets, oh yeah, Rolex, give me this watch. Fucking everybody on my Twitter, throw down some fucking dollars, $1 a piece to fucking Oxfam right now. We're building wells in Africa. We're
You're
fucking
right.
building schools for chicks. I'm gonna pick somebody else, and then one of Jay-Z's fucking Rolex is going out the fucking door to you with a fucking personal note from me.
You're right.
You know what? She could do that all day long.
She could do it all day
And
long.
blow people's minds. But I have zero respect because she's fucking poverty. She's not rich. She's poverty because her ambition is not to empower people. Because she could just say that and do it once and put it on everybody else. I did mine. What are you gonna do, fucking Rihanna? You're so fucking cool. Or let's pick white guy. It doesn't even fucking matter. Let's pick the fucking biggest white guy. Who is it? I don't even fucking know or care.
Eric Schmidt.
Well, like some fucking sports guy. Well, let's pick any of them, right? And they could be tickets to basketball games, those coveted fucking Lakers games, whatever they could pull. It means nothing to them to fucking pull a string. The Lakers or the 76ers to fucking pull one string and go, here's 2 tickets, man. Throw down some fucking money. This shit is sold out.
You're right. And they put the
That's what I do every day. People beg me for tickets every day, and I go, fuck that. Fuck you. If I had a ticket to give, I'd fucking raffle it off right now. And the beautiful thing about it is because then Oxfam periodically and MSF, because I love Doctors Without Borders, Oxfam people get pissed off because periodically they go, Israel, you fucking are way out of hand. Not only did you just kill our fucking dudes, but you just blew up that kid. And so all the Jews hate Oxfam.
Right.
Because
So now you have to love
No,
them.
but Oxfam, so they'll get, like, we'll never give money to them, which is totally missing the point of all the good that they do. Because they overstep they take political sides sometimes. They're like, this is outrageous, right?
So is Doctors Without Borders.
Well, they only recently, before they even knew the facts, they said Russia blew up our hospital. If I was fucking the CIA, I would shoot a fucking rocket at the hospital and blame it on Russia. Because that's the only way you could fight Russia. Russia was kicking ass in Syria. The only way you could do it is fucking blow up something that and just blame it on them. Because nobody knows who fucking fired that rocket.
Oh, there's so many
It's
rockets.
just a he said, she said situation.
Yeah, the drones.
They said we did not fucking fire that rocket.
You're right, but you're right. You know what? You bring up an excellent point.
Because that's what I would do, see?
Okay, well, thank God you don't have drones.
Well, that's why I don't work for the CIA.
Thank God. But I love the point.
Unofficial.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Beyonce has the means to be doing this.
We all do, but especially it's beholden to people that actually have followers to sometimes just do shit if it occurs to them.
But that's what I was getting back to before about the attention. About like
You didn't let me finish the coolest part about that.
Okay, fine, go.
So I'm still just the same old fuck the government, whatever, about anything that I choose to say.
Right.
And here I am doing charity every day. Am I such a bad guy? It's like, we're doing this TV show. They're obviously watching me. It's going to go up on YouTube. They obviously watch me. I already know my sister worked for Ronald Reagan, and they grilled her for 2 hours about... That's how I found out the first time that they labeled me as an anarcho-hippie punk.
Hippie punk.
Because what about your brother, the anarcho-hippie punk? She worked for Ronald Reagan. So, it's like... And this chick, she became a president of a bank in Orange County. I'm from Newport Beach. So imagine Beverly Hills by the Sea, the real OC, right?
The real OC.
So, very affluent, right? And she became a president of a bank, and I swear to God, she begged me 10 times to come in and rob it. She said, I'll tell you exactly what to do, and I'll have a bag waiting with 100, 200,000 in it, and nobody will say anything to you. I know exactly what to say to them. And I was like, fuck you, you yuppie scumbag. That's what I said to her, like 10 times. Fuck her. My older sister.
But I mean, I go back to it.
Long story short, she no longer works at a bank, but she didn't try and rob it. But fuck her. I would never do that. I'd never deal drugs or do that shit. Fuck that. I don't want money. Well, I don't want money that bad.
Yeah,
I don't want
exactly.
anything that bad that I have to steal it.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I feel exactly like there are so many things I say, fuck no, I'm not gonna do that. No.
Which is very cool, I think.
Right, but you have to have ethics. There are ethics, and people don't respect
But
them.
your own ethics.
Right, your own ethics.
Well, that's why it's so important for you to have a dialogue too, because you're just presenting it. You've really gone out on a limb, just saying, calling it how you see it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, which is so cool, because back to real liberalism, equilibrium, balance. If these voices aren't heard, then you don't have that perspective to ponder.
Right, but people don't want the radical critique, though. They really don't. They don't like it. They want to dismiss. I got called callow today. Someone called me callow. Like young and unexperienced, because I write radical opinions on the internet.
Well, they just meant you get beat down like everybody else.
Right.
And also that you can hide behind the security of the digital fucking bulletproof fucking vest.
What vet? Like what? What? I don't understand why people.
Well, because they probably don't believe it's your real name or your real photo, and you can just talk shit, and you know what I mean? They probably just fucking go, oh, if you were standing next to me, I'd slap you, bitch. See what I'm saying?
But the thing
Try to
is,
say that to my
but the
face.
threats are real.
Well, I know that, but you know what? I would fuck them up.
I know you would, but like we went through this.
Freedom.
I got Breitbart attacked this year.
They.
So like I've got hundreds of thousands of attacks.
Well, I know they're trying to fucking get you, and they actually have crews of people that are effective that fucking troll you, and they will say that they're going to rape you, and they will say every single fucking thing.
Yeah, they don't like people. They're people, ordinary people, normal people who don't.
I'm talking. They pay people to do this shit.
Oh, I know, but normal people
they hire
they don't
people.
believe
They
you.
hire psychopaths.
Right.
It's psyops.
Right.
That's their job. They're really good at it.
But normal people on the
They're
internet.
probably drinking Monster fucking cola, just getting all fucking. Do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
whacking off and just picking on girls.
Yeah, but normal people on the internet don't believe you when you say this. Like I get threatened every single day I'm on the internet. Do you understand that? Do you know what that's
not by me. So
No, not
so
by
we should be
you.
friends.
But, like, normal people don't get the risks you're running. They just think you're trying to be a fame whore. They're like, oh, you're just trying to get attention. I'm like...
People have been doing it to me for so fucking long. You should have seen my blog on MySpace when I was just showing, like... Don't laugh, okay?
I
Check
can
this
laugh.
out. Okay, ready? No, check this out. When they invented it, those guys, Tom, I've been on the internet for a long fucking time. I said, I'm going to use social networking to market my band in an underground way. Watch this. I'll just make my band a profile. Boom! They're like, oh my god, we can market fucking bands through MySpace. And they're like, every band has to be in the music MySpace, and then they're going to sell the shit.
You know what? You're right.
Except me. But they had a blog feature, and I was like, okay. So immediately I had 55,000, and I always had this theory. I had like 55,000 followers or whatever at that time. 100,000 or some shit, you know? Only making friends with girls around the world. And actually, because I always had pen pals, being honest, shooting the shit, not scamming on anybody, just shooting the shit with fucking people, because I knew something about file trading and all this shit coming up. So anyways, wait, on this blog, I'm like showing fucking Iraq. They're like saying, oh, you know, we lost 4 soldiers. I'm like, that's weird, because they just posted fucking 15 sniper kills and 30 IUDs where you're fucking dead right there. Videos, and just going, this is really a shame, because they're actually putting these motherfuckers on ice and dripping them out, going, oh, now nobody's died this week, I guess we can announce this, somebody died, because it looks bad that there's 20 guys that just died today, because the videos are right there. And I was like, Live League. I was like, this is a fucking shame. And then I would go, this is really far away from MacArthur, because I actually like that guy, you know? I really like those old guys.
So that's when you started...
MacArthur didn't even know they dropped the atomic bomb. He was the leader of the world. So, you know what I mean?
No, I know. I remember that. He's like, what did you do? What?
just all the nuttiness in America. But
But was that when you started, like, when you started blogging for MySpace? Is that when you started blogging?
oh no, I was doing shit way before that. But what I'm saying is, I was like putting it right in their face. I was so anti.
Yeah.
My sister's half Muslim.
How's that work?
Well, not Muslim, but she's half Oman, not Amman, Jordan, Oman. Because my mom, when she was at school at UCLA, the meanest thing she could do to her racist parents was get knocked up by the third son of the Sultan of Oman, who was there to study geology, because the first son can't leave the country. And they only had 6 miles of road, and all the gold in the country was under the bed of the dad. And when my mom had a girl, he's like, okay, well, you can come back to my country and be my wife. And she's like, fuck that. I don't want to be a Muslim. So, anyways, I never had anything against Arabs, and I read the Quran, because of that, and just to figure out my sister who I liked, you know what I mean, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Be open-minded and all that stuff.
I was just like,
but she's not. She doesn't give a fuck about anything. She's all like Joe Republican, like everybody down there, John Wayne country. But I've always took on like 1 million people at once. I don't care. It's kind of easier to fight 100 people at once, because when you fuck one of them up, it puts the fear of the living Jesus in them.
Yes, and
it becomes supernatural at that time.
Yeah.
If you just like focus on one person in the dog pile and really go ultra violent on them, go berserker, as the Vikings say.
Yep, that's what. I always say that. I'm a manic pixie berserker.
But let's not talk about like violence. But I'm talking about metaphorical.
No, you're right. No, that's exactly it. Like, and everybody knows that's what I do.
But I mean, you have to decide whether it's in your best interest of self-preservation. I got to tell you about The Art of War.
Okay, tell me about The Art of War.
It's a very old book.
It's a very old book, you're right.
The most important thing in the book says, yield to overcome. Do you know what that means?
No, tell me.
Sometimes it's almost counterintuitive. Sometimes you have to yield to pass something instead of just speeding up to pass it. That means metaphorically, you could fucking see like 5 guys on a hill and you come running, you're like, okay, let's go kick those guys' ass, and you go charging, and then 1 million guys pop up and you're like, fuck it, ah, like some fucking movie, and you're the Rock. Yield to overcome is like, okay, you go, and you throw down your shit, you just go, that's the way it works, right? And they're like, good sport, whatever. And then you escape and you raise a bigger army and you just kick their fucking asses, and then mission accomplished. But there was no point at that moment in just like death by cop or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yes.
So part of it is like having this awareness of it's not being afraid. It's like when you're shooting at airplanes, which we don't do. This is a metaphor. You have to aim ahead of them. It's not what you see. You have to like. They taught the guys in the service. The plane's right there. You actually have to. So the plane flies into the bullets. So you kind of got to do that in life with many things. You got to have a clear sense of who you'd like to be and what you'd like to accomplish, and you have to have that time machine thing. You have to have the visualization you've already accomplished your goals, and that time becomes irrelevant. And that's the weird thing about if you're suicidal too. If you're suicidal, then it doesn't matter what day you do it. You like make the decision that you kill the will to self-preservation. All of a sudden, you're not suicidal anymore. You're like, I can fucking do this any old time. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I absolutely know what you mean. That's pretty much where all this is coming from.
But you just remove yourself from that desperation of like,
yeah.
Fuck, I don't have another option, because desperate people do desperate things. And then you got to remember not to be self-destructive, to internalize all these different things, because it is such a destructive thing. And ultimately, you and I need to like figure out how to. On the one hand, we need to be like continue, because I wouldn't question for a minute that you radiate from all your 7 chakras, if we were putting this into an Indian philosophical meaning, from your base level human gut instinct at your butt all the way to God consciousness, and it just goes in your throat, you know, like all these different things, and your feelings, your heart, and your third eye that fucking sees everything and knows everything, and then the understanding, right, the crown chakra. But I wouldn't doubt that you possess all those things already. But the weird thing is, it's like also, then they tell us that we're supposed to like not have that hate or anger. But me, I'm like, those motherfuckers didn't have to deal with the shit that I have to deal with. Because for me, like, when I know that my country dropped 2 atomic bombs on people that surrendered 3 times, just to set an example to everybody else in history, that's some heavy shit. Like, do you know what I mean?
I mean,
That realization that I'm not welcome anywhere on the planet because of what my country does, because I'm just another guy with blue eyes, right? And white skin. That's fucking crazy, because I didn't do anything to anybody. But that's fucking insanity.
But it's still on you.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's not even racism. It's just like,
they're right.
it's outrageousness.
But they're all right. Like,
well, but
that's
not everybody. But you know what I mean. But it's the reality. Like, see, I would love to go to Jojuka in you know, in the Atlas Mountains.
Oh wait, you know what? Let me tell you something I think is crazy.
Yeah, me.
I know people white people who go to Vietnam on vacation.
They love everybody.
But I'm just like the sheer
No.
humor.
They had the fucking beautifulest thing. Their mentality was, it's nothing personal. Get the fuck out of our country. We want self-determination. We don't hate you. We're just going to kick your fucking ass and our kids. And if you come back as our friend, we'll after we push you in the ocean, we'll give you a towel and make you supper. But get the fuck out of our country. And that's all they ever said.
I know.
They asked the United Nations, when it was the League of Nations, Ho Chi Minh was there, asked them to do this against France, and they fucking said, fuck you.
No, I get that part, but I just don't understand
Ted was in Vietnam.
what impels someone to go.
I'm just doing an interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go.
Okay, give me a kiss, but
I love you so much.
love you too. Bye. That's my wife,
I know.
Katie.
Love you.
I'm the wife. Hi.
Hi.
He did look at you and say that, not me.
Yeah, no, I just think that, like, why, I don't understand the motivation. Like, why would you go?
It's a beautiful place. It's
I believe you. It's
It's
just
beautiful culture, handsome people that are very tough and resilient. The ingenuity, they're so independent, they're very unique, amazing society that's transforming itself endlessly, even with, there's a lot of things about it that are really cool.
I believe it. It's just I feel like it's almost a crime for me as an American to go abroad.
It's exactly the opposite, because they know, all of them, that it wasn't you weren't even born.
Right. But it feels to me that way.
No, they actually knew that it was ripping the country apart, that even people that didn't have to go were protesting the war.
Yeah.
They fucking knew that, and it wasn't like we were fighting against America or that we were un-American. It was a fucking lie.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it, but that's my feeling. Like what you're saying, like we drop, I'm like I feel terrified going abroad anywhere because I'm like everybody in the entire world has the right to hate me as an American.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
how I feel. Like
well-
I'm like you know what? If you want to hate me, absolutely. My country's a fucking shithole.
Well, you know, there's yes and no. We live in a wacky world where there's sick people that fucking blow people up and shit for various reasons. Strangers. It sucks.
Oh, it does.
And we're potential examples for anybody with a cause. That's why America's so fucking dangerous right now, because of the mentality. There's this many firearms. You know, I personally like guns. I had fun growing up shooting them. There's a Zen aspect to them. The people, just for the fuck of it, right? I would never have one again. There's enough guns that I could go anywhere and shoot one if I want to go shoot one. If it was the fucking Armageddon, I could take anybody's gun away from me that trained it on me. I would figure it out and take it away. I don't need it for when what? America takes over the government, like this thing that I feared that happened before I was born. You know, like that everybody is so stupid about. Oh, you know what I wanted to get on with you about?
What?
Did you know that, you know, everybody's always like, Georgia, you referenced George Orwell.
I am haunted by the ghost of George Orwell.
Okay, well, you know about George Orwell and Aldous Huxley, don't you? Those guys work for the Tavistock Institute. And those were policy papers about some very scared white people going, well, how is this going to go in the future? What do we do? So you just, this is role-playing, scenario, roll the dice, factor like advanced squad leader. You guys write your papers about how we control this fucking society. Orwell said, oh, well, we'll do it this way, this way, this way, this way. Huxley said, no, we don't need to. We can just drug and zombify hypnosis on everybody. So what we got is a combination of the both. And they were able to use those papers, elaborate into fiction, which is basically put the skeleton meat on the or whatever you want to do, high heels, drag, or whatever it is. And in movies, it keeps going on. When you see Matrix, it isn't that the protagonist is the guy you're actually fucking rooting for. The masses are watching that, and you're learning to identify people that step outside of the grid. It's exactly the satanic reverse. That's why it's embraced. That's why 1984 and Brave New World are required reading for 10th graders. It's not because it's this fucking watch out.
Keep going, because I want to know more about this.
It's not because it's this watch out, let's all guard our freedom and all this shit.
Right.
So you can identify the other guy, the outsider, the one who's not in line. It teaches you to fucking fall in line in your mind subconsciously.
See, I have a different theory.
It's not revolutionary, it's the opposite of
Oh, I
revolutionary.
agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I have another theory
Fascinating
about this.
reading, though. You did great books, but...
Oh yeah, they're great books. But I was
But
actually...
people don't get that shit.
No, they don't. But that's why I think they teach them at that level.
Of course.
Because you can't get it at that level. Like, you have to go back and read Les Mis. You have to go back and read George Orwell. You have to go back and read...
Well, people don't understand the French Revolution, though.
Right.
The
No,
French Revolution
exactly.
was... Ben Franklin went over to France. Thomas and Jefferson, those guys, right? Borrowed a bunch of money from the king. Fought the British. Turned right around. And had the king beheaded and all of his creditors. So they didn't have to pay back the debt. Then Napoleon came along and said, you owe us all this money, motherfucker. Said, no, we owe it to the guys you killed. Period. End of discussion.
It was pretty genius.
So that's what really happened with the French Revolution.
Yeah.
And we do that. That's the oldest trick in the book, too.
Yep.
You know? That's
But-
some fucking Templar shit right there.
But I think my theory for why we teach these books to high school kids is that they don't have it in them to understand them yet.
Yeah.
And it normalizes that,
Yeah.
right, for them. Oh, this already happened. Like, if this would ever really happen,
Yeah.
like, people would all be aware of it because we'd all have to read 1984,
Yeah.
right? I actually think that's part of why it goes on at that age.
It's
Why-
multifaceted, I think. But really, many things are... everything reinforces conformity in school.
Mhm.
Even the hours that you're forced to keep and the deadlines. Cramming before a test. You know? Like, you should have that information all year, that the subject or what your test is going to be. You know, you shouldn't have to cheat. You should have the opportunity to know what the requirements of the course are and what you're going to be tested on. You know?
It's about
If you're going to be in
used to
mechanics
power.
school, you should be fucking around with engines the whole time.
Yeah,
Not
but
just like, oh, we're going to spring this fucking engine on you last minute. You know, learn about this one in 24 hours, because it's not realistic.
Well, it's just one of the things I've learned about being a teacher, because I've had to teach at this level, and part of it is it's getting people used to relying on the teacher for their authority. Like, they get to say yes or no and pass judgment on you, and getting you normalized.
Your body language is really closed right now.
I'm like sitting here in the tiny.
I'm just joking.
I
I'm just joking. I was totally kidding.
you know what? No, it's fine.
It's all good. It's cold.
But like, as a teacher, like, getting people, like, it was really hard for me to be like, you shouldn't care about my opinion.
Yeah.
You shouldn't care. But you were so used to getting validation.
But you have so much confidence. So of course they should care about your opinion, because just if they only learn that, like the courage of your convictions, That's going to be a winner in life.
Yeah, but at Harvard, that's the opposite. You get punished for if you have like convictions that stick out. You're like, like I would be hurting them if I said stand up for what you believe in. Like go on, like.
The only reason to go to Harvard and Yale is because you're fucking German. It looks great on your wall. You're like, oh yeah, I graduated from there. You know, and you're like from another country. Not only did I learn English like perfectly, I graduated from Harvard and Yale.
Yeah.
I'm your psychiatrist.
Well, that's when I applied. I thought that was important. Now,
but I mean, it's more important if you come from another country.
Right.
It's badass.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean?
Now it's just I think.
But if you come from America, it's just like fucking. How many idiots do I know that graduated from? And the worst is USC.
The worst is when you go to the schools and you realize how stupid your peers are.
That's what's insane about Kim Kardashian is her fucking dad and OJ. They're a fucking gang. You know, that fucking gang is insane at USC. Those guys are rough.
It gets really
Get
upsetting.
you off for murder.
Yeah, they can get you out of murder.
Then your daughter will just fucking, you know what I mean?
Put her ass on a magazine and
Well, the combination of those two, you know, was like, oh yeah, my dad got OJ off, and then my mom, you know what I mean?
Well, now she's two moms.
But it was something like that, right?
Right, and I'm like, well, it's the same with Caitlyn Jenner, who killed like 2 people, and they got her off too. So like,
oh, it's just like everything's confusing. You know, I was trying to tell people about North Carolina. I said, on the one hand, look, that law is stupid because it puts everybody in this weird situation. It puts trannies and everybody who don't. Grandma doesn't particularly want it put in her face that she's peeing with transgender, whatever the boogeyman is, right? And then that person also doesn't, their birth sex doesn't want to put grandma in that position either. So this law just forced this whole thing. One more minute, please. I'm right in the middle of the interview. Yeah, thank you. Well, now you're on TV too, Ted. Yeah, it's alright. So anyways, when it was almost like what was going on before that when the boogeyman jumped up, where it was just the law of sort of the street. So if somebody assaulted somebody, then you could go after that crime just specifically, and then everybody could just pee in peace. So if it was like, do you know what I'm talking about? So if whatever the boogeyman is, if there was like somebody cross-dressing that was like fishing for children or something, then you could deal with that specific thing. But then they made this fucking stupid law where a woman with gender reassignment situation who's now a man, right, absolutely a man, has to go in this other bathroom, and they're like, what the fuck is a man doing in my bathroom? You know, it's like screwed up this whole thing where it wouldn't have been an issue to anybody.
right.
You would have never heard about it, because I've never particularly heard about very many people being fag bashed or whatever you want to call it in bathrooms in North Carolina. So these lunatics just set up this whole crazy situation, but hopefully something good comes out of it, because the dialogue. But these people, we have deadlock. We have a deadlock political system between the judicial is crooked, and we know that the Gore election showed that, and all this bullshit, and on many different levels we know this. They just fucking passed the Supreme Court of New York passed a $10 million judgment against Iran for causing 9/11. It's like fucking past that, you know. It's like, oh yeah, we're not giving all that money we stole in the 70s from you because you caused 9/11, not us, not the Saudis,
It's never the Saudis.
not the Bin Ladens from Yemen. No,
Never
it was the Shia who were totally different in fighting you.
Right.
You know, so crazy. But okay, so there's this guy Bonner in Germany, the comedian, who called Erdogan, the prime minister of Turkey, a child fucker with a small dick and all this stuff, and he made it rhyme perfectly in a sing-song German. Very intellectual comedian. He's very badass and very funny in any language. He has a show, and then it was like, holy shit, there's a law in Germany where you cannot criticize, you can't insult another ruler from another person from another country. And the reason why is because communist propaganda and fascism, and when people just like, fuck those guys as a mouthpiece of your politics, and they're like, no, we're more civil than that. So one thing we do is say our enemies are pig fuckers. We can say anything else intellectually, but we don't say that.
So
It's against the law. So he comes back on the radio and says, well, I'll probably get busted, don't go to jail or get fined, 10,000 euros or something, but I made a better song and a longer poem. Would you like to hear it? He starts singing it about, you goats too, not just little children, and your dick is a tiny little pig's tail, and it was all rhyming in German. He just goes on and on and on. So the law, the foreign leader actually has to sue you in German court.
Okay.
So this became 2 international incidents with Merkel and everything, and they just like frying his. Everybody's like, in Germany's like, freedom of speech. Like, what the fuck are they doing? This guy's a murderer, because he called him a murderer and all this shit against the Kurds, and he was just going on and on because Germany is going, okay, basically Anatolia, you can move into Europe now. Just keep all the refugees there, process them at the border, blah blah blah. We don't care that you're butchering Kurds or doing whatever you do, because Turkey knows what the U.S. plan is. It's Kurdistan, which cuts Kurdish in half. So they're fighting their own war. They try to bring Russia into it to get all of us to do it because they know it's shit o'clock against them. So they know when Syria fell that they had to hate Syria. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they understood that all these books about the 70s and how we were going to knock down all those Arab countries at once.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as Arab democracy. It's tribal.
Right.
So if you vote against your uncle, you don't have an uncle.
But
so when everybody on Facebook exploded like the Arab Spring in Egypt, I laughed in their fucking faces. What happened? The Brotherhood won, and guess what? They put 950 people on death sentence immediately. They're like, thanks for raising your hand. We were looking for which one of you guys were in the club. All at once, it was just like, cool. Oh, let's get rid of this guy who has the telecommunications company because he's Mubarak, and let's just put in the head of the Secret Service.
So wait, what happened to the German boner?
Well, so this isn't an ordinary comedian. He was actually a lay judge on a 3-panel. They used 3 judges for their Supreme Court for Cologne.
He was on that panel?
He has no record. He was actually a lay judge. He's just funnier than shit. He just fuck being a judge. I want to be a comedian because this is cool. I'm going to make fun of my society because you guys are all uptight, so he's always making fun of Germans and all this shit.
See, we love something you said during the show about, who's the band that did that? The band that took one of your songs?
Yeah.
And
New Order.
And you culture jammed it? Because you just
New
made
Order.
the New Order took one of your songs and you just wrote
They didn't steal it. He had another band called Bad Lieutenant with the guy from this other band, Blur. And they did that. And it wasn't like, oh, he's playing the blues too. It's a very specific song I'm playing on 12 strings. Very specific kind of progression that's not normal. And the lead that fits only to that interlocking thing. It's impossible to come up with.
Right. So what we loved about it was that you basically just wrote a song that was basically recognized, like
Mine was totally different, but I just culture jammed it.
You culture jammed it, and it's one of the things that we do a lot.
Yeah.
Is I write pieces with very famous people's names in them.
Yep.
Because I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use your fame against you.
Yeah.
You're a target now for me, because I know that I'll get clicks.
Sure works.
It works, and it always works.
Yep.
People want to see the big and mighty fall, and not many people are willing to take them out.
Yeah, a lot of things really irritated me, like Michael Bloomberg is a perfect example. Every single year there's a snowstorm and they shut down JFK, and yet every single day they're going to tell you America's #1. Now, they don't shut down the airports in fucking Finland, but the rest of the Northern Hemisphere has to be shut down because some motherfucker won't buy a 50-year-old snowplow, or they won't. Germans have 1 hour concrete. They build these things you cannot blow up. Those towers in Vienna, the anti-aircraft towers, and in Hamburg, they've tried to blow them up. They can't blow this concrete up. They could literally, at night, when they're not using the runway at JFK, one of them at a time, lay tubing, like garden hose that doesn't decay, inside that fucking thing, put 2x4s, lay down the concrete, it'll be dry in 1 hour, pull off the car, run the rest of the tube under the ground, 2 feet deep. You just dig the holes. You don't even need a machine to pump it. The earth will heat the fucking runway. And problem solved. Airport never closes. Yeah.
Oh,
And he's like, oh, here, I've got $80
I mean, there's all
billion.
kinds of amazing
It's
things like that.
what a fucking joke, man. Germany, it's 10 below, more snow than New York City, and they got the fucking bike lanes done in a half hour. You know, it's like the whole city. They're like,
You know, like, you just go to, like, you've been to Iceland, and, like, one of the coolest things about Iceland is that they run the geothermal water under the fucking roads.
well, they're on a volcano, though.
Yeah, I know, but, like, they run it under the road so the roads never have to get plowed.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Because they're warm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just like, we don't
But
do
you know, you
anything
can just
like
do it with the dirt.
that. Yeah.
You could, if you go like 3 feet down, the temperature, unless you're in Alaska where it's permafrost, you have to go under the permafrost, will circulate it.
Mhm.
It's like one body
But we
temps, so
don't-
the
we don't
two different temperatures will actually go.
We don't even ask these questions in America.
Well, the weird thing I wanted to talk to you about,
Okay, well, I don't even
This
know
is a
what we're
good one.
talking about.
doesn't matter, here's a good one.
Doesn't matter.
So people are afraid of Bernie because supposedly socialist, he's like, my health care, you talk about universal
I talk
health care.
about that a lot,
So everybody's
yeah.
like, not gonna fucking pay for some bum's fucking bullshit. Right. So it's always down to like, I'm not paying for it with my tax dollars, right? All this imaginary boogeyman. Okay, I'm under the impression we're only as strong as the weak among us in
Yeah.
society. So the weird thing about it is welfare fraud is a totally different thing than helping the helpless. And the media and the elites use that against people's fucking lack of intelligence. They use that against them.
Yeah.
So then they're arguing they don't want to help anybody do anything, even this airport, because they think for somehow that somebody's getting a free ride.
Yeah. Oh,
When-
in America, we're
When you
terrified
could just
of that.
bust people for welfare fraud, right? Or medical abuse or drug abuse or whatever the problem seems to be, and everybody does better.
No, I agree.
But it's amazing that people confuse those two things and like throw the baby out in the bathwater. Like, no.
And meanwhile, real fraud is actually happening.
Like
And
bullshit
it's
fraud.
prosecuted.
Like
Right.
Matt Tiabi wrote a book
Yeah.
about it called The Great Divide, right? Which is about how nobody went to prison for the 2008 crash, right?
Yeah.
Nobody. And there was a lot of fraud.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Like,
Sure, but you know, they engineered it because those guys came over to Iceland, picked the 3 guys in business school, and they fucking said, let's have a bank with 12.5% interest when the rest of the world was doing 4% interest. Let's throw a Ponzi scheme and crash all these economies. And then England said, where's our 10 billion pounds? Or 10 billion euros, we want it now, Iceland. And they said, well, the guys that took it live in the city of London, so here's the address, go get them. They're in, all the money's in your bank. But also, that wasn't exactly, you know, they've got a bunch of crooks there. When Brigida, you know her, she's in the Icelandic parliament. She's an activist, big time WikiLeaks. She was working for them for a while. See, I think WikiLeaks was a CIA job, personally.
really?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because they leaked all that shit when the cipher came out. What happened? Didn't hurt the USA. Tunisia, all those governments fell like fucking. They went. I'm doing an interview. They walked behind one of Gaddafi's sons and blew his brains out. Because it said that he was fucking working as a spy.
Yeah.
And all those governments showed all their bank accounts, showed all that shit, how much money Mubarak's sons, all that shit kicked off. All those revolutions that were all for us.
You're right.
So
No, yeah.
if I was a fucking TV detective, I'd go, well, who had anything to gain from this crime? And I've called fucking Assange on this shit before. And I said, okay, well, one of 3 things happened. Either you were working for the man or you believe in the Easter Bunny. You know, that you really believed in your fucking anarchy to good information future fucking egalitarian Easter Bunny. Or a combination that you're a patsy and they used you. Because I just look at the results and they're like, what? All the minions that faceless WikiLeaks starts arguing on Twitter. And I just spelled it out for them. Like, well, I just look at the results of
Yeah.
what gives. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me wrap this up, Ted. You can stand there while I do this.
Why'd you have a seat?
Well, here's one thing that we did touch on. We touched on my opinion that your opinions are really valid because I believe them to be the canary in the coal mine. And as long as we have these conversations or other people like us, it's representation that people can speak their mind because I'm not going to shut up. And helps people know that we're thinking about stuff, and I got that you care about a lot of things,
Yep.
right?
Careful.
And
Too much.
we ask a lot of questions about like what we can do with like some of our this energy about our awareness. You know how the outrage fuels the fire, and I talked about God consciousness. I talked about like how we're not really supposed to specifically hate or get pissed off to that level, but then I also talked about the yield to overcome, the art of war, and talked about what is the appropriate reaction to fucking genocide and all this stuff, because they're basically killing us, the thing in England. So, can you give me a second? So I think this was productive conversation, because I also said, you know, I don't even, whether I agree with you or not, we don't have to agree on anything. I just think it's very healthy. And about the mobs attacking you for your opinions or all that stuff, you know, you got to decide whether that's, because that's what they're going to say. That's what they say. The tall blade gets the grass, you know, and of course they're going to use the scariest fucking thing. It's an anonymous person going to rape you or whatever, you know, but you just got to go fuck these people.
Yeah.
You know, because they're just essentially holding verbal form of fucking Armageddon.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is great. I think I want more of these conversations to happen. I really do. I think this is great. And if you feel the way that we feel about things,
I'll send you the link.
yes. All right.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
It's starting to rain as well.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
not that it's stopped.
And thank you for tuning in.
Oh, sorry, you still...